tragic murders of 3 young people in Tallaght on Sunday has absolutely rocked the nation and dominated headlines since.
We're joined now by clinical psychologist Dr. David Coleman and Kevin Shortall, who is the principal of St Aidan's Community School. Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin, because obviously Lisa Cash, who was one of the murder victims, was in your school up until last year. So how is everyone doing? I actually can't even imagine how the school is right now. How are you all?
And in the same way that you can't imagine, I suppose we can't put our finger on how everyone is. We just have to be aware that things are different, things have changed, and there's going to be all sorts of things to deal with and to think about and to face and to acknowledge and to try and comprehend over the next little while. And at times like this, a school really needs to get its A game together, and I think all schools get their A game together week in, week out, day in, day out, year in, year out. But when something like this happens, you just have to add that little bit extra, or that significant amount extra. So that's what we're doing at the moment, and that's why we're having these conversations. We want people to know that that's what we will do, that's what we do, and that's what we will continue to do. And there's a solid, tough foundation and place for people to be and people to come, and the routine is important right now. And the contact is important, and the conversations are important, and the human kindness is important. In our school, the motto of our school speaks about strength and caring, and it's not about physical strength. It's about knowing that strong people care about other people and mind and look after each other.
And listen, it says it in the name of the school, St Aidan's Community School.
Yeah.
It is a very close-knit community which has rocked the country, but I couldn't even imagine what it's like. So as somebody who leads that school, for you, what's the important message you're trying to put out to teachers, to families, to kids who are coming to terms with something they could never possibly dream of?
Yeah, there's a kind of a weight of responsibility in a way, but you know, it's not anyone's particular tragedy, it's everyone's tragedy. And whatever you're feeling today, it's true for you. And it's a dangerous statement to say, oh, I shouldn't be upset because I've nothing to worry about compared to other people. If you're upset, you're upset. And that's important. And, you know, there were people who were worried about things last week before this happened. Yeah. And they can't be sidelined at the moment either. So we just have to comprehend everything at the moment. And, you know, our school is, as you said, Tommy, a truly community school. It's our tragedy, we feel it. We have more than 20 staff who went to the school, who grew up in the community, teachers, SNAs, office staff, and they're really feeling it right now. We need to be there for them, and that's what we're at right now. And there are certain playbooks, and there are certain things we know to be right and the things we do, but you know, let's change if we need to, let's move if we need to. But I have to say, the genuine goodness of people is really coming out now, locally and nationally.
I suppose, like, going forward, will you have psychological help for the children in school? Because again, we're talking about teenagers who have so much information to hand. Yeah,
we have people in from, first of all, we have our own internal pastoral care team, and they work year round, day in, day out. We have psychologists from NEPS on site at the moment. And again, they're sitting and working and tailoring the response depending on the given day. So sometimes there's a need for physical movement, sometimes there's a need for a quiet time, sometimes there's a need to just do nothing but get on with things. And it depends on the person, depends on the age, depends on the situation. And we'll just have to keep reacting. And as time passes, you'll do different things. And, you know, there might be something that we need to address in 6 months' time. And that's true too. Schools are used to that. Yeah. Not like this, but you just do what you do a little bit more differently.
Yes, I think you've said everything that we were expecting from you. I think you've been amazing over the last couple of days, Kevin, and talk about such a tragic event that's happened and shocked the community in St Aidan's. Thank you so much for coming in, and I know you have to go into school this morning as well, and try to navigate through another day. So thank you so much for joining us this morning.